Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you don't try at anything, so I'ma just keep buying everything. See you in the next life, have to be a better me. I don't think that my head's on straight, gotta flip it and grip it and go and get an x-ray. What's wrong with me? I just feel weight pushing on my chest and it squeezes till I suffocate. Better change my mindset, meditate. It's pretty cool that I'm alive and have better days. I could walk, see, hear, I should celebrate. Think I could change my mind, maybe elevate. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay.
What up guys, it's Tyler and I'm back for another YouTube video. Today we're going to be going over the top 10 skate shoe ranking for the last 3 years that I've been skating. I've been skating 11 years now, but this is just shoes that I've skated over the last 3 years, and also decks that I've skated over the last 3 years. There's top 10 ranking for each of them. I have the lists right here, and ignore my fucking terrible handwriting, but alright, so without further ado, let's get into it. So decks, I'm going to kind of explain why I give it this ranking as well. So Plan B is number one deck. The reason why it gets the number one ranking is because the concave was just perfect on it. I had just moved from a size 8 to a 825 at the time, and the board just felt super comfortable right away. It felt like it broke in right away. I got used to the concave super fast, and it just felt really comfortable. That's why I'm going to be going back to another Plan B board within the week. I'm going to be getting a new board, so expect a new board setup coming soon. Ranking number 2 is DGK, Dirty Ghetto Kids. Those boards, to me, I guess it could be just nostalgia getting to me, but I've skated DGK boards since I was 8. The first board I ever got, actually, is the one I'm currently skating. It was obviously a different board, but it was the same graphic. I loved it. It was one of my favorite skateboards ever. I think it was my first professional skateboard, actually. And it lasted me until 3 years into skating. So it's a pretty solid board. I actually loved it. I've basically sworn to keeping Plan B and DGK as my main 2 boards. So yeah. On to 3, Alien Workshop. I skated an Alien Workshop board about a year and a half ago now. It was solid. It was really good. It wasn't as good as the early Alien Workshop boards, but it was pretty solid. The concave was nice. It wasn't too steep, but it also wasn't too narrow of a concave, so it felt good. It had really good pop, but the pop only lasted for a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, and after that, the pop kind of went to crap. So I mean, there's Alien Workshop. They're 3. 4, ATM boards. I've skated a few ATM boards over my time skating. I remember the first board I ever got from ATM was the Owl deck. It was on my old Instagram page super long fucking time ago. This is way before YouTube. And I skated that thing for the entire winter, fall, and summer of 2019. It was a pretty decent board, but it wasn't top tier, top of the line. But I did get used to it pretty fast. It broke in pretty quick. It felt good underneath my feet, and it just felt solid. It did not break, it did not bend. So I ended up giving that board away to one of my friends, actually. Next on the list, I actually have a board to represent it right here. The Superior board from my board set up a couple months ago. This is actually going to go out to one of you guys. It's going to be one of the giveaway boards. So if you guys are interested in it, this is an 825 Superior with mob grip. If you guys want, leave a comment down below and tell me you want this board, because I'm going to be moving up in size to an 8.5. But ATM boards, their concave is pretty mellow. Like, it's a really mellow concave. That's the only reason why they're ranked at 5. They're kind of a middle of the road board, but they're kind of crappy once you break them in and you get comfortable on them. They start to lose their pop. They start to lose their structure, and they start to like get really wonky and really weird. Sorry, my girlfriend was bringing the dog upstairs. We were just chilling downstairs. On to number 6, we got Primitive. I skated a Primitive board not too long ago. It was the Miles Silvis Pro model from the Naruto series. It had Madara on it, and it was one of my semi-favorite boards. It wasn't like one of my favorites of all time. It wasn't up there with Plan B or DGK or Alien Workshop. It definitely wasn't up there with them. I didn't like the concave. I didn't like the shape, and it just felt really uncomfortable when I first stepped on the board. So that's why it's so low. For any of you diehard Primitive skaters out there, I commend you, because you can get used to the shape. And it's just like standard for you guys, but it didn't feel right underneath my feet, so that's why it's ranked at 6. 7, I put Thank You. I just was riding a Thank You board. I just gave it to a friend of mine because he did some work on my bike, which is actually up for sale right now, so I'm hoping that bike sells so I can buy myself an upgraded camera, so I can stop doing the whole record on my phone thing and I can get like an HD camera. So that's where Thank You sits, because the nose and tail were pretty even. They weren't like, the board was basically like this and then like this. Like, it wasn't like a definitive nose and tail. It was just like a tail and nose were the same steepness and same fucking concave. It just didn't feel right. On number 8, Flip. I've only ever skated one flip board in my life, and I skated it for roughly 3 months, and it was back in 2016. I was skating contests all the time at that point in time, and like, I wasn't doing super good in contests. I wasn't winning contests or anything, but I was just kind of skating around during the contests. I would enter like the beginner ranks in the runs section. And one of the days at the skate competition, I was doing a board slide on a handrail, and I remember popping up, and as soon as I got over top of the rail, I was like, oh no, and I tried to kick it out, and I kicked it out, but I ended up still landing on it because I was going from the top of a set of stairs onto the handrail, and I ended up still landing on top of it, and it snapped right in half on the end of the rail. So that's the only reason why it's ranked so low. I don't know why. I can't get used to flip boards again. It just doesn't feel right to me. Number 9 is Element. Early 2000s to 2013, Element boards were pretty solid. They were pretty solid up to a point. And now they're just middle of the road. They don't feel like they're gonna last you a super long time, and the concave is super, like, it's almost like non-existent. It's just stiff as a board, and then the nose and tail. So that's something that I can't get used to myself. I have to have a little bit of concave in my board. So that's where Element sits. And number 10 is Dark Star. I skated at Dark Star about a year, and probably about 2.5 years ago now. And it was the Ryan DeCenzo Pro model. I was skating it every day, non-stop, just going crazy with skating. And I took it off of a drop that was probably about my hip to maybe my mid-rib cage high. And I jumped down off of it, and it just snapped right in the middle. So that's where that ends. That's my top 10 for the deck section. Let me know how you guys think about that, W or L, in the comment section. Now, onto the shoes. I'm just gonna go super fucking quick through this because this video is already getting kind of long, and I just want to reiterate my top 10 favorite shoes of all time. Number 1 is the Chris Jocelyn 1. I have a shoe review of that exact shoe on this channel, so you guys can go and check that out if you'd like to know more reasons as to why it's number 1 on my list. Number 2, the DC Chris Cole Light, the first Chris Cole Light. That shoe was amazing. I loved that shoe. I skated it for like 6 months, and yeah, it did get a hole like right here, like a nasty hole, but it was a really good shoe. I really enjoyed skating that shoe. 3, the Nike SB Shane. It's not number 1. Sorry, Ashton. It's not number 1. The Supra Vader Low. I liked the Supra Vader Low. It was very comfortable, and the flick just felt immaculate on that shoe. Number 5 is the Dennis Busenitz, and it's so bad. It's so bad. It doesn't have the tongue centering strap. I can't skate a shoe that doesn't center the tongue automatically. Number 6, the Nyjah Huston DC shoe from years ago, the high top version. That shoe was fire. Fire. That should have been in my top 10. I could have switched around the Dennis Busenitz with the Nyjah on this list because the Nyjah's at 6. Bomb ass shoe. They need to make more of those. I'm sad that Nyjah left DC because he was like the best skater on the DC team, and then he decided to go to Nike and fuck the core skate brand. Lakai Manchester, that one's pretty obvious. The SXL Slim is number 8. The Lakai was number 7. The SXL Slim is number 8 on my list, and it's meh. It ripped after like 2 weeks of me skating it. The New Balance Jamie Foy 306. I didn't really like it. It felt like it was crushing my pinky toe because it's such a slim shoe. It just didn't feel right. And number 10, the Etnies Marana. I love Etnies. I am an Etnies fanboy. I absolutely adore Etnies. But what they did with the Marana was stupid. They didn't have the tongue centering strap. They had this little thing in the tongue where you could put the shoelaces through. That did absolutely nothing. The tongue still went sideways on your left or your right side of your ankle. That just did not feel right. And that is the top 10 for the shoes section. You can see that right there. And with that, this is the end of the video, you guys. I appreciate y'all for coming and watching this video. I am still trying to do as many uploads as I can in a week. So I will see you guys in my next video. Like, comment, subscribe, turn the post notifications on, and let's get myself to at least 1,000 subscribers, or maybe even 100K within the next year to year and a half. That's my dream right there. Make my dream happen. Love you guys. Peace.
Check out my man's channel. Give it to them one more time.
Hey, it's Tyler Helmer Skates, bro.
Okay, I'm telling you, man, right now you got 40, 50 subscribers. It's gonna be 40 million. I'm gonna predict it. It's gonna be 40 million in less than 2 years. Watch.
Hell yeah.
Watch.